Shalom.
Shalom.
It's good.
Shalom.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bring it in, giving all honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kakwadash. Yahweh is who people call God. Yahweh Shai, that's the true name of God. Yahweh Shai is who people call Jesus. That's the true name of who people call Jesus. Double honors to the apostles over the Great Millstone Church, y'all. All right. And salutations as well to the elder bishops and the rest of the elders. And Akim also of the branches hold forth the true word and all true faith and sincerity. All right, so we the north, northwest Arkansas branch, and coming back again, on the highways and hedges, and the chief place of concourse where everybody at, with whatever today's messages is through the Spirit, my brother. So, brother, if you got something, you got it.
Yeah, kind. The book of Revelation, if you could.
Go ahead, bring it out. Throw these signs out real quick.
I'll just bring it up so you get it straight. Revelation chapter 2, and verse 25. It reads, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come." All right, so these red letters, this tells you that our Lord Yahweh Shai is speaking. He's telling us the things that we already have to hold fast to. So coming into this truth is certain responsibilities that we have to uphold and abide by and live in, and ultimately hold up the standard of that, because that's ultimately the basis of our salvation. Being, for one, in truth, being that light, you know what I'm saying, and living it daily, and actually enduring in the faith, and truly doing so. So the things that we have, the things we have been given, responsibilities, the things that we continuing, we supposed to hold fast to. Meaning you're supposed to stay within those things. You're supposed to maintain them, because with us doing so, first and foremost, we able to, put ourselves in position to obtain. And that obtaining is obtaining that salvation, obtaining our position in the kingdom of heaven, and not having to go through horrendous death. So I'm gonna read it again, Revelation 2 and 25. "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come." It's a thing of patience too. The Lord said, do so until he comes, and we don't know the exact date when he comes, but we know according to the things that are happening amongst the earth of the times we're in. So we know, for one, we do know that we at the end of the last days of the so-called white man's world. We know Esau's world is on its way down, and that's evident in all the things that we see, the things that are actually happening on earth, the things we experiencing, and ultimately time itself shows. Verse 26 reads, "And he that overcometh," so that's holding fast to the things you got, overcoming this world through holding on to the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, escaping the pollutions of this world by becoming clean through the words and obeying. It's all about our minds being built up and continued, the continuation of that. "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end." So yeah, these works are important, There's nothing to be taken for granted. Our works not only save ourselves, but it's a possibility it can save another person through the fact that they're here. That's why it's important that we come out and we hit the highways and hedges and preach. But not only that we stay continuing in our lessons and putting forth the words. Because these small works, as they may seem,
If you can't say shit, you can't say nothing you ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? Can't say nothing you ain't doing, man. Because then that make you a goddamn hypocrite, You can't be struggling at the same thing you trying to tell somebody about. You got to get that right first, and then, now you qualified to be able to say something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's in general, for those of you out there. But you got it out.
Yeah, Revelation 2:26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So the Lord just said to those who do so, those who hold fast to the things that they have, he gonna give you power over the nations.
And another thing too to add to that, because Jake, it gets simple. A lot of people examples of what not to do. So though they not necessarily doing it, you can still learn from them. You know, it's like when somebody catch some hell for something they did wrong or doing wrong, and then they try to warn somebody else of it. That's cool, and you're able to learn and hear from that person. But if the person is going about it as if outside of that, you know, outside of that being a scenario and going about it and instead going about it as if they're qualified, meaning they, you know, not struggling in that area, that'll be off. That'll be being a hypocrite. Now, nonetheless, if what they telling you is right, it's still right. But Jake could get simple like that too. I don't gotta take heed to that because you can't tell me, even if it's something that's right, you know? Yeah, they can't necessarily tell you, but it's still right. Yahushua even said, all that the Pharisees bid you to do. It's just don't do as they do, for they say and do not. All right, but you can continue.
Yeah, kind. Yep. If you could get Ecclesiastes 10:18.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and 18. It says, by much slothfulness the building is decayed, and through idleness of hands the house droppeth through.
Yeah, kind. And I like to say too, like the words I'm speaking, I say first and foremost, go to myself, you know, and that's just for, you know, clarity and edification to those listening, you know, because through this walk, we gonna go through the obstacles, we know, which is just part of the straight gate. It's part of getting there. You go fail, but the righteous, he gets back up and he walks.
You're gonna fall.
Yeah, you're gonna fall.
Not fail, fall.
Kind. You go fall completely. You're gonna fall, but the righteous, they get back up and they continue in the way. They continue in the path. The scripture go on to say, but the wicked, they fall. What is Salaki? If you could get the scripture, it says the wicked, they fall into mischief. Thus, when they fall, they don't get back up and continue in the path. Meaning they basically they stay in their ways, which are ultimately against what they ought to be doing, against what's good.
Proverbs 24 and 16. You ready?
Yeah, you got it.
It says, for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again.
So a just man, you know, that's a man who's actually doing right and actually looking to do right. And although he doing so, he gonna have falls, he gonna have mishaps. He's gonna completely fall.
That's
say he falls 7 times.
Right. That's a man trying to do right. He ain't necessarily doing right if he falling, because what does it mean by falling? It's when you make a mistake or you do something wrong. So this is a man that's, you know, just because he's trying. He's striving for the truth unto death. When the Lord, you know, also already said, call no man good. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't shit, really. You know, all our righteousness is but filthy rags. You know, so in reality, this is a man who's, you know, working and striving, you know, truthfully and sincerity, you know, with all his effort to be righteous. You know, this is not a man who heareth and don't do. This is not a man that say a bunch of shit he ain't even doing, or a woman. You know, this is a person who makes mistakes, you know, and has a righteous resilience about them. You know, when they go wrong, they can admit it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes them just. A person that's unjust is someone that do wrong and then can't admit it or act like, you know, they ain't done no goddamn wrong. How about Shemel Shabbat done? That's a person act like they ain't not done no goddamn wrong. That's an unjust person, you know? You ain't got no mercy on nobody, as if you fucking perfect, you know? As if, you know, you're gonna get a pass on that with the Lord. So that's what a just man will be. That type of person is who falls while trying. It's like a baby trying to walk, you know? But you got it.
Yeah, you can go back to the Ecclesiastes.
We ain't finished. This is Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again. But this is why you called it. It says, but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
Yep. So the wicked, they fall into mischief. The wicked, ultimately, they not even trying. They don't put forth the effort to be correct. So they, basically, when they fall, they just stay down. They don't get back up. And there's no righteousness to that. You could go back.
Yeah, that make them unjust, you know? Their resilience. And I'm gonna read this in the NLT too real quick. It says the godly man may trip. That's completely different from failing. It says may trip 7 times, right? But they will get up again. That's the point. It says, but one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. But one disaster. It says, but one disaster is enough. It says, but one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. So that should lay the picture out to you plainly, to where you get it, you know? Motherfucker say something to you one time, it used to end the world, you know? Then go broke one time, bro, I'll leave you. You know what I'm saying? That's some wicked ass shit, you know? That's some wicked shit. You all honor roll student, all A honor roll student. Nigga get 1 F, and then he just like, fuck it. She be like, fuck it, the hell with it. So that means you was never really that person to begin with. You ain't just one disaster, just one. Soon as you get into look, it's all fun and games when the nigga winning, you know, when everybody applaud him. But then as soon as you get one rebuke, you know, now you just shut down. You know, now it's an issue. Well, you can't serve the Lord then, you know? That shit is crazy. Lord put your ass through one trial and tribulation and you fold. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can't serve the Lord because he said, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul to temptation. You're going to be tempted. You're going to be tried. You're going to have many afflictions, as it says in Psalms, the 34th chapter. But not one of your bones going to be broken, meaning you're going to be able to make it through it. But are you righteous, just, strong, right, faithful to endure, you know, to take the process of getting better, you know? Or are you just going to quit, you know? As soon as your team start losing, you jump ship, you know what I'm saying? That's some bandwagon shit. But anyway. It's just a brother. This is rip. You said go back to what though?
Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes what?
18.
18. Bring out what you got to get it.
10 to 18.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 12 and verse 9. It says, or I'm gonna start at verse 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity.
Exactly. See, that's a great scripture. A friend can't be known in prosperity. And who's the main friend that you want to be of? You want to be a friend of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? He can't know his friends when you know, before he send, you know, to rebuke your way. Before he send the jam your way. He can't know if your ass a friend like that. You know? That's the only friendship that really matters. Because if you could be friends with everybody on the goddamn planet, we could all be friends standing up here. But if you ain't friends with the Heavenly Father, or he's not a friend of you, right? Truthfully, it's to no avail, you know? So let me just read this real quick. This is, you ain't finished, right?
No.
Wisdom of Solomon 7:27, and being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. And in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and prophets. All right? So that's what this friendship is talking about. You got it.
It says a friend cannot be known in prosperity.
So the Lord can't know if you his friend, you know, until he send that affliction your way. Just like he couldn't know if Job was truly a believer in him until that adversity came Job way. You got it.
It says, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
Yeah, so the Lord gonna know if you truly an enemy of the cross. If you're an enemy of the burdens, if you're an enemy of him, because you are against the responsibilities. When the responsibilities come your way, motherfuckers hold them to you, you act like it's the end of the fucking world. You know? That's gonna expose your ass. You know? You don't wanna watch your little brother, oh, you a piece of shit then. You don't wanna get in the gym and do the work, oh, you ain't no fucking hooper. You a bum. You know? You only believe when it's convenient. You know? You finished?
There's a little more. It says, verse 9, in the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved.
See, in the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved. Meaning what? Basically, read it one more time.
Okay. It says, in the prosperity of a man.
In the prosperity of a man, go ahead. So when somebody up, when somebody winning, right, when they have, go ahead.
Enemies will be grieved.
That's gonna show ultimately, really, that's gonna show who a hater, you know? How a person responds when somebody got something. You know, how someone else responds to the person that got something they probably don't got. Right. Or just probably don't even not got themselves, but when they got it. Right. That's gonna show if they, you know, they really with that person. It's gonna expose a hater. So this truth is about exposing the fakes, the enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the haters of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, pure haters. All right, you finished?
A little more. It says, but in his adversity,
see,
even a friend will depart.
See, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart, because he ain't really a friend. Exactly. You know, and really, it's easier to say you a friend and name, you know, and say what you would do until shit get real. When shit hit the fan, are you still a fan? Right. You know, that's what that's talking about. You finished it? All right, so going back to this is Ecclesiastes 10 and 18. So by much slothfulness, the building decayed. Yep. And through idleness of the hands, the house dropped through.
Yep. So by much slothfulness.
How you doing, man?
All right, man. So
you step in.
when you ain't moving accordingly, when you ain't moving accurately, fastly, because sloth means slow, or simply you can go tie that to lazy. You know what I'm saying? The house is going to decay, meaning nothing can be built. If you're trying to build something, a lot of times you're under a timeline. Anything can really happen. You know, you might have a day when it's about to rain the next day or something. So on that time when you're building, you want to get things done. Because say you was just slothful one day and you just put the foundation down and you got to like weatherproof it before it rains the next day. Say you didn't get the weatherproof, you didn't put it in the work
you got it.
To get certain things done. You're not going to get things done. So again, it says, through much slothfulness, a building decayed. And it's very much the same thing. The second part of that, if you can read it again.
It says, by much slothfulness, the building decayed, and through idleness of the hands, the house dropped through.
Yep. So idleness of the hands, you know, that's working. That's putting forth the work. And it says the house dropped it through.
That's not putting forth the work. In this case, you know?
Right.
Through the idleness of the hands. You know? You got it.
Yep. You can bring this out.
Philippians 2 and 12 says, wherefore my beloved,
right,
as ye have always obeyed.
And then to finish that off, you gotta explain the rest. So it's through that to where you become no more. You out the truth. You know what I'm saying? You're no longer a believer, because where your works at? The hands represent the works. Because, you know, a man may say he believes, but show me thy faith, right? By thy works, or without thy works, you can't. So when you're no longer using your hands, hence doing the work, you're not a believer anymore. You know? Look at these people. The case in point that they don't believe is what the fuck they don't do. What they don't say. In fact, they ain't saying shit. You know? You got it.
Yep,
so that's the easiest way to get your ass up out of here, not doing the works, you know, with your hands. You got it.
Bring that out.
Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only.
Yeah, so it can't only be in the presence of when you're being seen, you know, but ultimately self-work. You know, on your time when you by yourself. In your time where you know, you're not on the camera, you're not being seen of men, you know? It says not as in my presence only, but you got it.
Not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence.
Yep.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Yeah. So we all the beholders of our own salvation. We all the beholders of our own works and things that gotta get done. We all gotta deal with ourselves. We all gotta keep ourselves pretty much upright. We gotta maintenance ourselves. We gotta hold ourselves to a standard. We gotta do the things that gotta get done that has been given to you according to the lot you've been given, according to the measure you've been given. You know? You ain't gotta be over righteous, but don't be righteous. No, don't be not righteous. So like
Be over wicked.
yeah, being over wicked. That's what I was looking for. You don't be over wicked. It's a balance. And the Lord said his yoke, his burden is light. So the things the Lord asks of us isn't much. You just gotta get to it. And you gotta hold tight, fast until what you have. Until the Lord comes. So that's a continuation of those things. You gotta maintenance yourself, man. You gotta be able to examine yourself and make sure that you are doing and having the things that are needed for you to continue. Because you can continue walking, and if you're not examining,
Spread out, bro.
if you're not paying attention, then you gonna be liable. You will be very much
Nah,
so liable.
You stay in the middle.
Okay. You be very much so liable for the very fate of downfall you may have. You can continue.
It says Philippians 2 and 13.
12. You can continue.
Philippians 2 and 12.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Mm-hmm. So you're supposed to do so with fear and trembling, you know? Fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And understanding that
So Michael on that
something
side.
can happen to you. The Lord will get you, man. It's a lie. You keep on reading.
It says, for it is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
So he's doing it. The Lord works through us to fulfill his will. And he ultimately works through everybody and everything. But he works to us to fulfill his good pleasure, you know? So the things and the things that we have been set forth to do, the responsibilities we've been given, the works that we know we have to bring forth, they're of the Lord's good pleasure. So we're supposed to glory in those things. We're supposed to continue in those things. If you could give me Hebrews 10 and 23. You know, because what we doing right now, gathering amongst brothers, you know, preaching the gospel, you know, teaching, being available, you know, presenting our bodies a living sacrifice, that's all part of the work we got to do, that we must do. This is going to bring forth much good. You got it?
This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 23. It says, let us hold fast the profession of our faith.
Yeah, hold fast. That's another thing to hold fast to. It said hold fast to the things that you got, the profession of our faith. So we're supposed to be professionals within the realm of truth. And ultimately, within that is it's having faith. And faith is the substance of things is not seen, you know? So you gotta really have it. You know, your faith going to be shown through, like the brother quoted, through your works, through the things you do, the things you bring forth, your actions. You can read that again.
Hebrews 10 and 23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering.
Yeah, so you ain't supposed to waver. You're supposed to have a firmness to you, a sternness to you. You know, you can't be, if you could get tossed to and fro. You know, you can't be like that. You can't be, you know, like you on a ship. You know what I'm saying. The waves got you going this way and that way. You got to be able to stand firm within what you do and what you stand for, what you speak. Yeah.
And now at the time be fronting your shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. Like, we at the goddamn end, man. You know, and it's you got brothers, you know, 10 years, 15 years walking away from the truth, you know? Like, that shit really happening though. You know? This shit is crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
Stuff you wouldn't even think possible.
Yeah, you can bring it out.
Ephesians 4:14.
Hold up, did you finish? It's a little bit more. Bring it up.
It says, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promise.
Yeah. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is faithful. So we know that there's an end that's already written. We just seeking to make it there. We seeking to make it there through obtaining the understanding of the scriptures and also be putting ourselves in a position to make it there and doing so.
Yeah, and he's faithful, not just in the positive. He's faithful in the full ways. He's faithful. He's not just faithful in just, you know, the Lord faithful, meaning he gonna stay on his plan. He's gonna do everything that he said he was gonna do. That's why it says, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. So if the Lord say you can't do this, you try to do that, the Lord gonna be faithful to that too. It's not a motherfucking prosperity fucking doctrine, you know, at all. Ain't no balance in that shit, you know. The Lord said the same that knew his will and did it not gonna be beat with fucking stripes, man. Pastors ain't talking about that shit. People pushing prosperity doctrine ain't talking about that. Motherfuckers do all this wickedness day in, day out, and then they think they're gonna get raptured in the midst of, you know, the beginning of chaos. We just now to the point to where brothers are actually saying we in Jacob's trouble now. We in the beginning stages of it. And you got a bunch of wicked ass people that think they just finna just, you know, bounce on everybody, you know? That shit is crazy. We ain't up here preaching that shit at all. You know, the Lord, he see the works of men. It's thousands of angels watching. You know, you've been entrusted with so much. And the Lord respect a return. This shit is serious. This ain't no we just hold on and we just make it to the end. Nah, you got fucking work you gotta do. Only, yeah, you hold on, but yeah, hold on and actually making sure, you know, you checking off, man. And again, at the end of the day, we not saved of our works. But your works prove you believe or not. If you think this is a game or not.
Yeah, that's it. You can bring this out real quick.
We're in out.
Yeah, we saved by your faith, but there is no faith without works, you know? But again, it's the Lord that do the choosing. And guess what? He's very picky, you know?
If I can, just to say, that's why the scriptures go on to say in Matthew 5:16, like, you're supposed to be that light and show forth your good works, that they may be able to glorify the Father, you know? I just say that in regards to how the brother's saying, like, it can't just be through you saying, you know, or saying that you believe. You gotta do the action.
Yep.
You gotta do the work to truly show it. And if it's real, then it's only gonna be able to be seen as light.
You could bring that out. Tazabah.
Acts 14:22.
And it's simply put, like the brother's saying, it's not about lip service, it's about action. Because wisdom is seen within us doing.
It's not about lip service only, you know? It's not about, not even throw lip service to the side. The Lord ain't with that. You can't just be doing videos either. You gotta do everything your ass supposed to be doing. You got motherfuckers barely can do that shit though. You know? Same thing with a woman. A woman could come up to you, act like she believe with a head wrap. It'd be like, bitch, get out of my face. Like, straight up. Get on with that shit. Your ass, you know, it's bigger than that. You know, or do you truly get this? You know, are you truly in fear? You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be an inward, outward thing, man. All right?
Bring that out.
Acts 14:22 says, confirming the souls of the disciples.
Affirming the souls, you know, because that's what's on the line, your soul. A lot of people's souls going to be left, you know, for dead. Really, here, what they not gonna have a soul because they damn near sold it, chasing things of the world, not actually chasing what's actually need be, what's right. They say a man can gain the whole world, but he can lose his soul. So that says a lot. You can look like you got everything, but you could be missing the very thing
You wanna go next?
that allows you to exist. So you can read that again, huh?
Acts 14:22 says, confirming the souls of the disciples
Uh-huh.
and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Yep, exhortation, exhorting the men to continue, you know. Bringing forth words that actually tell them that, you know, you ought to be continuing because it's your soul on the line. It's people that's dying, you know. It's people like the brother just said, it's people falling out that've been in for many years. So we got it serious, and you could be the very person to fall out to next.
You got
If
niggas
you're not-
falling out immediately.
If you're not examining
immediately
yourself.
after years, niggas falling out. Period, man. You know, because you gotta really damn have this within you, man. You gotta really like be about this. That's what it really mean to be rooted. You know what I'm saying? Like that mean you gotta really like this gotta be in you. Cause if not, you just faking the funk, man. You're not gonna be strong enough to endure. Though you may spot up and you get the buds and you look the part, you really not there though. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's not in you. So it's like a tree not being rooted. Though it's sprung up and all type of shit, you know? And it's just that one scenario that has to come to manifest it, you know? To prove it, you know? The Lord gonna be like, yeah. That's like if Job would have failed, the Satan would be like, I told you, you know? That nigga ain't believe, man. Yo, fuck out of here, bro.
If I can, to that,
You switch too. You got it.
Kind of got a few more.
to what the brother said, mentioning Job 2:10, he's going on to say, talking to his woman,
You got it.
as a foolish
You can
woman,
bring that
you
up.
know? Shall we receive the good and not also receive the evil from the Lord? You know? Like that's you gotta really understand what it mean to bear the cross, you know?
Uh, 28. Whatever sounds good.
Luke 14:27.
Yeah, because the brother just quoted that.
Whosoever,
You after that, yeah.
That's wild.
whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
So that's a requirement. If you don't bear your cross and follow in the footsteps and the ways of Yahweh Shai, you can't be a disciple. And a disciple is one who's being taught, being brought up, and learned of Yahweh Shai.
And how you deal with one another, man. Cause he said by this, basically how you treat each other, it show, you know, if you my disciples indeed or not. By this, people shall know that you are my disciples. So if brothers just a hangout, if brothers just a come up, you know, if brothers really on camera, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's some shit outside of really, you know, what this really about, you know? It's a telltale sign, you know, brothers correcting, you don't want to hear the correction and shit. All that will just be a telltale sign if you as well, if you truly a disciple, you know? So you got niggas think they gonna just do a million videos but not even really be a brother. Or not even care or even know what it is to be a brother, you know? Not even care how you supposed to actually be with another believer. This is not a goddamn hangout, you know? Motherfuckers, the Lord want to kill shit, bro. He want to kill a lot of people. You know, you lucky you here, you blessed. So he said, blessed are your eyes and ears for they see. But you truly blessed when you hear these words, meaning understand them, and then you do what? You keep them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't keep them, guess what? You just lost that crown that you heard that you have. You've been exposed to. So that's it.
You can finish up.
Luke 14:28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first, and count the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
Yeah, so if you actually truly trying to build something, if you're trying to see the end of that building actually be created, whatever it may be, you know, just for example. And obviously the correlation here is we trying to get somewhere. We trying to get to the kingdom. We trying to get on those ships. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower. So you literally intending to get something done, to see it be manifest, see it be done, to finish it. It says, and counts it, sit it not down first. So there's some things you gotta do first and foremost. That goes back to what? Examining yourself, examining what you got, examining if you got the right way. You know what I'm saying? Looking at your blueprints. Is this thing laid out the right way? Because you gotta count the cost. You have to really realize and understand what it's gonna take. You can read 29.
Luke 14:29, lest happily, after he had laid the foundation.
And this is going back, I get this because what the brother just said about being rooted, you know, a foundation could seem to be laid, but that don't mean it's the right foundation. Because in Matthew chapter 7 and 25, where it's talking about the sound foundation and the, you know, the righteous foundation and the sand that was built on sand, you know, those was two foundations, but both of them didn't stand. You can finish. 29.
Swap,
29 through.
swap.
Lest happily, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and this is spirit too, cause this really, I even had this these scriptures, you know, a part of what I had in mind to speak on, you know, which is
Go ahead, finish what you about to say before you go bring this on. Go ahead.
so like, would you spirit, cause this the Luke 14, you know, I had in mind in regards to what I wanted to speak on, you know, which is really just tying into what the brother mentioned as far as being rooted, you know, like you gotta flee from this world, you know. You can't be thinking, you know, everything's just dandy and lollipops and shit sweet, basically, you know, like this is the place to be invested in, you know. Because if you trying to like tiptoe between the two, you're not gonna be rooted for real, you know.
Ecclesiasticus 12, 1 and 29 for you.
You said Ecclesiasticus? Or you said
Sirach 1 and 29?
This Sirach 1 and 29 says, "Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest."
Yeah, man. So you gotta be mindful of that. You gotta be mindful of that. You gotta take heed of what. That the main point is taking heed of what you speak, man. So the shit, as much as you keep declaring, you know, all the shit you keep saying that's right, you just literally like taking away less. Okay, grace for yourself then, because Lord, like you know. That's why this ain't about showing how much you know. Because the more you know, the more it's required of you. Yahushua said that.
Right.
The more your ass know, the more responsibility your ass been given. Guess what? The bigger the demons. You know? These facts.
Luke 12
you
before
ain't gotta
you.
go into it. Stay with whatever your topic is. I'm just throwing this out here, man.
Okay.
Take heed. Read it one more time, bro.
Sirach 1 and 29, "Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest."
Yeah, man. So it's certain things you don't even want to damn. Like why you think Jake try to not know? You're responsible at that point. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it works. You know? This is not a damn game, bro. All this is being clocked and, you know, checked. You know, like, yup. Motherfucker break it all down. So you should be, you know. And that's why those be the biggest fallouts. He's off on a lot, but he know every damn thing. You know? So just throwing that out there real quick. The last one get Hebrews 13 and 17. You got it, bro.
Okay.
Throwing that out there, man. And then you gotta keep in mind, not only is Yahweh Shemi outside watching you, but men watching you. You know? That's like, not saying nobody up here doing that. Yeah, he up here talking about love the brother, and he love the brothers, he don't even love the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be sitting, you know? And it ain't even them looking at you. It's like nigga, you putting that on yourself. Like, why even speak on that if you already know you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's how Jake be doing it. We gotta be mindful of that. Not saying that's an issue up here with us or anything like that. I'm just saying, the scripture telling us, take heed what you speak, bro. Because you gonna give account of that shit. You know? In the day of judgment. It said every idle word. You know? Go ahead.
Hebrews.
You can't play dumb either. You know?
Hebrews 13 and 17. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls.
Yeah, man. So, you know, the Lord appointed men that got, like, everybody in the army is here for a reason. You know? Everybody in that particular situation or position is there for a reason. The Lord, he did look, because we don't choose the Lord, right?
Right.
We put everybody here by specification.
Right.
That's why I was telling us we can trust that it's all true. You know? And those that don't do right in their position, guess what? They held accountable because the Lord was like, you could do it. I put you there because you could do it. You know? So that's how you know somebody like an Alazar is in grave trouble. Because he really showed he was built for what he was doing.
Right.
Everything he engaged in, he showed he was built for it.
Right.
So for him to just turn his back like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's because you was bringing out all of this and put yourself on this level, and you done raised this whole standard for you so high, to where now it's like, you know, you got to do all that shit, bro. That's it. You finished it?
Hebrews, no.
Yeah, you got it.
Hebrews 13:7 continued, and submit yourselves,
Micah
for they
2:2.
watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy.
Yeah, man. So ain't nobody gonna let you like that. You know, it's like you being in the season. We got 82 games. The vet's gonna be like, yo, bro, don't go that hard right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause you gonna burn yourself out.
Right.
You know, or you at a plant. You know, you got the old heads in there. They tell you like, look, you trying to go in there doing all the extra, doing the most.
Yeah.
You know, if he care about you, he gonna be like, look, you know, because he's watching over your soul. You know?
Yeah.
And then it'll eat him, either way at him or ultimately get him destroyed because he knew he should have said something to you, but he didn't. Because he had it, he was in that position to give it to you, but he didn't. You know?
Yeah.
So that's a way that you can understand. That's an example to where you can understand that. You know?
Slide, real quick, grab Hebrews 10 and
Especially
24.
when you know somebody telling you right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's what you finished?
No, almost. Hebrews, it says that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
Yeah, man. So
That's why.
That's the outside the point. But yeah, you know, you want to stay mindful these days. Take heed to what you speak, because you're going to give account of that. And you got to put people in position that's, you know, more eyes on the situation for you. You know? So they might see some shit. Basically, they've been put in a situation to see something you can't see. You know?
Yeah. And what's beautiful about that, if I can too, that's like how the scriptures say, in the specific scripture that say, be continuously with a godly man. You know, because it go on to say, you want to be with a man that's, you know what I'm saying, that has a mind after your own, roughly paraphrasing, you know.
Yeah, he's actually for you.
Yeah, because the latter end of it say when thou miscarry, you know, like the moments that you down and out, the moments that you in trouble, that godly man gonna actually be there for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why a lot of women get their ass down.
Exactly.
They don't stay under that guidance, that leadership.
Man.
They don't see that this man has their best interest.
Right.
At heart.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you be like, you think I'm trying to restrict you and doing all this? I'm looking out for you. You just ain't being prudent in the. It ain't that you can't see it. It's
Right.
you don't see it right now.
Right.
Because your eyes is only looking wherever they looking.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And if we ain't looking at the same place, meaning we looking at two different places, that means I can see something you can't see right now.
That's
You know?
that's such a spirit, because I just said it the other day, like you so caught up looking at the present. I'm looking at the present and the future.
Like, why I can't, man, if I can't, you're gonna be tripping over that shit.
Yeah.
Then you go outside, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer grab your ass. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
Nigga come bust you upside your head. You get valet parking or some shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you want to go out like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And those the type of women, hence, that leave their heads and die.
Yep.
Because you're going outside of the guidance, the
Yeah.
protection.
Yeah.
You know? Protection is here.
Yeah.
You know?
You
It's
slut.
in the counsel of the Lord.
Slut.
Everything outside of these scriptures is dangerous, bro.
Yep.
That's why you got to stay within the guidance of it. And those that's truly for you, gonna give it to you. You know?
Got something real quick. This is Ecclesiastes.
You got it. That's it.
Come on.
Ecclesiastes 4:9. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor.
What you got?
For if they fall,
Yeah.
the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. And this is what came to mind with the having a godly man, being continued with a godly man. He can help you. Also with the scripture that said, one to watch over your souls. Also touching on how the women lead their head, you know, that partnership and that help. You know, what's they did? The iron sharpeneth iron. But that's it.
Yeah. Come.
Older heads too. You got the men, if you will, under you for a reason. You can't undermine them.
Right.
You know, Batman needed fucking Robin.
Yeah.
LeBron needed LeBron James. Mike needed Scotty. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. He wouldn't have won. He wasn't even winning before Scotty. You know?
No, just correct. You said LeBron needed LeBron.
Yeah. I mean, D Wade. It's a lot. Like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm making a point, but I ain't catch that. You know?
Yeah.
Because look, I'm talking. He can do a better job of listening because he ain't talking. You know?
Exactly. He's able to see what you ain't able to see in the moment.
Case in point.
Yeah.
So there's actually more on here. It says,
So like, if I can, real quick too, the Batman Robin situation, right? Just for those that know DC Comics.
Real quick too, he's like that. Those that saying pay in full, he's like, this ain't saying people your foot soldiers and shit like this. But he said Rico's like, man, he's like, man, Ace, man, what's the point of having foot soldiers if you can't use them, man? He said, that's why I'm Rico. That's why I do what I do. You know? He like, let me, you know,
Right.
let me do what I do for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me, you know?
Help me help you.
Yeah. We a body.
Allow me.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
You can't just be like, well, I'm here, I'll fucking do it. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I got this, no, hell
Yeah.
no. You know?
Yeah. If you ever got into DC Comics, right? You got the Justice League, right? Which is like the top notch, the grown, well seasoned, you know what I'm saying, superheroes, right? Batman, Superman, you know what I'm saying, John Stewart, the Green Lantern, you know what I'm saying, the Jake version though, you know, and all the other such, right? But they also established the Young Justice League, you know what I'm saying, which is those that's under them, that's still great in power, still learning, you know what I'm saying, but still worthy of being a part of the league. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let people do their job. It's just that last point of that Hebrews 13
Right.
when it says, you know, don't move in a certain way to where it's not a burden to them, to where it could be joyous. Like if you not people let people do their job, their job it becomes unjoyous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's whoever. Whether you here or there or over here. You know what I'm saying?
It's like with your body. If you stop using a certain part of your body, like if you're not using your left leg and you constantly using your right leg, as soon as you try to use your left leg after not using it for so long, that shit gonna hurt.
Yeah, you got a woman, you ain't letting her be your woman. Let her be your fucking woman.
Right. Yeah.
You know? That's an old head be a foresight, bro.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
But see, all this show you why it's important to really be invested in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? Because you're not gonna learn this.
Nowhere else.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn this in the world, you know.
It's not this quick.
Yeah, and you're not. Though you may learn bits and pieces of it, like you may have the experience, but you may not be able to identify what's right and what's wrong within that experience. You know what I'm saying? Like how you would with the Lord. And that's why we gotta flee these times. That's why we gotta flee from the evil, you know. Go ahead.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and 10. It reads, "Arise ye and depart."
You see, we supposed to. This is action. This is an action that you're supposed to do. Arise and depart, right? So you gotta like uproot yourself from the world and actually root yourself into the Lord. You know, that takes action. You can't just be talking. You know, and that again, like the brother been saying, like it gotta be applied to yourself first and foremost. So this, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to myself first and foremost. You know, but you got it.
It says, "For this is not your rest."
Yeah, this ain't the place to get comfortable, get lax. You know, scriptures talk about, you know, those that sit on their leaves. This is not our world. You know, this world is set up against us because we turned away from the Lord. So we because it was in our hearts to turn away from Him. That's why we have to turn back to Him 10 times more and seek Him 10 times more. Because this world isn't set up for us, it's set up against us. But that's why we need to get invested in the Lord, so then when it's time for the world to come, we already ready to start moving. You know what I'm saying? The machine is already built, the body's already built. So now I can get to work. You know? Everything about this holy apparatus is already well oiled. So as soon as it get put, you know what I'm saying, put to work, it's gonna run smoothly. You know? Is that it? You got it.
There's more.
Come.
It says, "Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction."
Yeah. This isn't the place to be trying to get invested in, because it's only going to hurt you in the long run. Even in the ways that shit seem cool, you know, you have moments of peace, moments of safety. You know what I'm saying? Those that don't have it in the Lord, it's not gonna last. It's not real. It's a facade. You know, it's through the Lord's yoke that you get that safety. You get that comfort. You know. You got it. That was it on that. Come. You got
Started
it.
at 14.
Yep.
Ephesians 5 and 14. Wherefore he saith, "Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead."
Yeah. You're supposed to awake, because our people are lost. They don't know who they are. Right? You don't know the standard that you're being held to. Right? The Lord, he's a jealous God. You know? You do good works, but you don't do it giving Him credence, giving Him His credit. You know? He the potter, you the clay. Right? So if everybody able to see the goodness of you, you know what I'm saying? Basically the beauty of that clay, you know what I'm saying, piece that was created, and you not giving the Lord, you know what I'm saying, his credit, you know what I'm saying, the artist their credit, they're gonna be mad. You know, you're supposed to awake and come to the realization of who you are. No longer being them dry bones. You know what I'm saying? Learning who you are, understanding who you are, and what your purpose is and what you got to do. You know, and you get that through you taking the time to get into His Word, apply it to your day-to-day life. You know, that's why you can't just speak and give lip service. You know, you got to apply it within your day-to-day life. You got to have Him at the center, so that way everything that you do, you know, you looking to keep the Lord. You want to be making sure that you keeping the Lord incorporated with everything you do, because again, His Spirit is in all things. Are you truly looking to see how His Spirit is in all things? So, you know what I'm saying? You got it.
It says, "And arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light."
You see? And that's like that Matthew, right? We are supposed to be the light of the world, right? We're supposed to be the representation of what good and holy is, because we're the Lord's chosen people. You know, we are His portion, His inheritance, right? The Lord made that covenant with our forefathers. So we got to make sure that we are on point. If you're not on point, how the hell can anybody truly be able to see the Lord, you know, in the physical, in the moments, you know what I'm saying, he wants to use, you know what I'm saying, man, right? If you faking the funk, you not really holding your shit how you supposed to, you know? But this all come through you being accountable, and you meditating and reflecting. you know what I'm saying, looking to reprove yourself, looking to make sure that you of the chosen that was called, you know. You got it. Continue.
He walked circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
You see, and this is how you this is a part of the process of how you getting rooted. You paying attention to what's going on, see, identifying how this world is not the place to be, right? This world puts evil for good and good for evil. You know, that's why the famine of the word is a thing. That's why they gonna go on to make us out to be the enemy when we not. You know, we read the scriptures. We not looking to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? At this time, but nonetheless, but yeah, you know, we looking to be righteous. Like, you got it, right? Yeah, kind. Like the brother said, we not gonna do nothing, because again, he the director. We just, you know what I'm saying, props and pieces to the you know what I'm saying, to the movie, if you will, right? It's like it's like Toy Story, basically. You know what I'm saying? We the toys, Lord Andy. You know what I'm saying? He playing with us. He got us. You know what I'm saying? Playing out what we supposed to be playing out. You know. But you got it.
It says, Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
You see? So you supposed to be, you can't be so lax to the point to where you not paying attention. You know? First and foremost to yourself, but also to your surroundings. You know? Again, we supposed to arise and depart because this place is polluted. You know? It's going to destroy you with sword destruction. So if you not on your shit, you know, you not going on to take on the traits of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, nor are you going on to show those things, nor are you going on to show those traits. You know, you gotta be holding on and looking to retain it and hold tight to the Lord's wisdom. You got it.
It says, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
You see, the days are evil, right? That's why you gotta flee these times, because the days are evil, right? There's a whole lot more of the Lord's vengeance to be coming. Like the brother just said, the Lord is wanting and looking to kill a lot of people because of them playing with Him and His name.
Or killing a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cops shooting people left and right, all type of damn people.
Yeah, kind of.
Not even just take Edomites and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's just all type of deaths. I'm talking nothing but death alerts, 24/7.
Man.
So the Lord already killed people.
Yeah. And it's going to get worse. It's going to be more. The numbers are going to continue to keep rising. You know?
I would say it's 150,000 a day globally that die.
Yeah.
Man, that's the so-called white man. We're gonna kill one motherfucker.
That He can count.
Yeah, you gotta get clever and think, well, shit, you know, according to math, you know what I'm saying? I have one, and then, you know, niggas, no, it's a terrible man.
Right. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord.
That's because says who? Who the hell said the Lord gonna keep killing 150,000 daily?
Right.
Even if that was the math, what if he killed 1 million or more?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
What if he killed and then he slowed back down and killed 10,000 a day? You know what I'm saying? That's them plagues too. That's how them bubonic plagues was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, prior to that bubonic plague, you had people dying like on the average number or whatever it was.
Right.
Then that happened and niggas was dying way more than they was, you know, normally. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the spirit too, because you see that within the scriptures. You know, go back to the time of Pharaoh.
And we telling y'all things
like,
not gonna be normal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like basically people that probably, however long that's been reported, 150,000 a day. Let's say it's been 2 years ago, right? that's basically become normal. So people desensitized to that.
Exactly.
But the times is gonna be like unlike anything anybody ever witnessed.
Yeah.
So the Lord is gonna go far beyond that. You know?
Yeah. Yep. You could bring out that second Esdras.
Yep. It's the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word."
You see, it's like that word here goes into understand. So you supposed to really understand this word, you know? And if you do, you gotta make sure that you doing your part, you know? You can't be bullshitting. That's me speaking to myself first and foremost. Sincerely, you know? Every idle word. So you gotta make sure that if you understand, and for those that you don't, when you do how you supposed to stay on it. You got it?
It says, it says, make you ready to thy battle.
Yeah. Because again, we understand there's a spiritual war going on right now. It's going on in the spiritual and the physical. You know? Every day it's a fight. So you gotta be making sure that you got that killer-like mentality when it comes to making sure that you know what I'm saying, you and yours, including your brothers, you know what I'm saying, is being taken care of.
It ain't a little war like in heaven, like Satan fighting against.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, they're two forces opposing each other. You know what I'm saying? But it's all for the same plan at the end of the day.
Right.
That's the scary fucking part about
Yeah.
you. You like, how the fuck you opposed to
Right.
but y'all working together? Like,
Yeah.
that's some
Man.
that ain't no devilish shit. Cause that's the spirit, see.
Yep.
You know, there ain't no devilish stuff, but it's just like I say, the Lord is terrible, bro.
Man.
Aleph Shadia. He's a demon-like power.
Yeah.
That's some demon shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you gonna make this shit is crazy?
Yeah.
Like, Lord, he on some other stuff.
Nah, because you think of that account, you know what I'm saying? I forget who it was, the specific king at the time, but where the Lord had the, you know what I'm saying, the evil angel come and you know what I'm saying, plague his mind, you know? That's one of them, but no, I'm thinking of the one that's in what is that Kings? Yeah, that one. Aha, that's it. But I'm saying like that's a good example of,
Put in his ass a lying spirit.
yeah,
It was prophets.
right, the water.
Job,
I think it's evil angel I'm thinking of.
and now they sent the evil angel, but it's the left hand. Again, we go over that all the time. You know what I'm saying? We go way deeper. You know?
Yeah.
We go way deeper than that. You know, but real quick, this is Job 23. I'm gonna start at 8. It says, let's start at 8. Behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive. Right? So it says, on the left hand, where he doeth work. It says, but I cannot behold him. Why? He hideth himself on the right hand that I cannot see him. See that? So people don't know what's the Lord and what isn't. Because he working both sides.
Right.
You know?
Man.
It's like the ultimate serial killer. You know?
Yeah.
That's what the Lord is doing, man. He work on the left, but he hides on the right. People only know him from righteousness, so they don't know and can't realize that it's him killing every day.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Because he's giving out blessings and curses.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
That's scary, bro. So people can't perceive this, man. So the Lord is the ultimate hitman. But to go back to the point of why I was said, like I said, it ain't Satan ain't up there fighting against the Most High.
Can you grab Deuteronomy 32 and 39?
In the world's eyes, going against the Most High, because the world only know the Most High is what? Just only a right. I don't even say only a righteous power, because that's true. But only a person that does good.
Right. God is all love.
See, they say, yeah, God is good all the time.
That's a lot.
Right. All the time, God is good.
That's a lot, man. That's a complete lot.
terrible.
Because you see,
So Satan is
No,
doing things that's opposing the good the Lord does.
right.
But what people get mistaken at is thinking he only does good.
Exactly.
So now that's why they think God and Satan, Yahweh, and Satan is literal enemies, and they not.
Right, like there's an actual war going on in the heavens and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, like, you know, both of the Lord's forces going against each other, you know?
yeah.
But he authorized it, you know?
All for his glory. You know, all to show his power.
The war taking place in heaven is in motherfuckers' minds. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Down here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, your flesh warring against your, you know, your inward man.
Right. It's one contrary to the other.
Yeah, man. You got wisdom on you, but here come demons attacking you, trying to get in. Like, at the windows. You know what the windows is to you? Your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they come hop in front of you in the form of a woman. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
there with wisdom, trying to study whatever the hell you doing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay away from that shit. And here come the demons trying to, you know, get in the windows of your soul, man.
Yeah.
You know? And then the doors of your ears, or the doors to your mind will be your ears. You know? That's it, man.
Yeah. Come.
That's the war, you know, if you then the physical war in heaven, we know is literally gonna take place with Satan's counterpart on earth, which is the so-called white man. And how about when they return?
Come.
Right?
Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
The Lord, real quick, the Lord is, Satan is doing things that oppose the Lord. But guess what? He created him to do that.
Right.
That's what makes the Lord terrible. Oh, what the, you know, that's where he gets your ass.
That's Romans 9. You know, I made those for honor, those, you know what I'm saying, dishonor for dishonor.
If the Lord created the demons, what that make him? A demon-like power.
Exactly.
He's a demon-like
Man.
power.
Man.
That's what Hallelujah means. You know?
And again, that just further show you why you can't be playing with the Lord, why you can't be playing with his name, why you can't be playing with his word. You know what I'm saying? Why you can't be playing with his business. You know? You being a part of this, you can't play with it.
That's how you know you can't escape it.
Yeah.
It's on both sides.
Man.
Niggas ain't gonna go back in the world and, you know what I'm saying?
That's
All black.
that's why it's so that's why it's so stupid to fall out, because it's like, what are you going back to? You ain't got shit to go back to.
You going back to your house.
Yeah, all you doing is you adding a complete amount of demons, you know what I'm saying, on top of you, 700 demons on top of you, just for you to go to the complete hell off, you know?
Niggas trying to worship Satan, now realize that Satan worship the Most High. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, man.
I'm finna get on this wicked shit, man. Y'all, man, fuck this shit. The Lord ain't coming back. But then you gonna do the wicked.
You can see like how women be acting, right? Women say
Women don't know what the fuck.
no, it's like they say
So tired of fucking hearing about women.
women be trying to say that they hate men, right? But then they go on to still show that, you know what I'm saying, like or like they be saying they don't need men, but they still go on and show that they need men with everything that they do.
Majority of women.
Yeah, right. Majority of women. You know what I'm saying? Like any way you try to get away from this shit, like a woman that try to act like she gay. You know what I'm saying? You going on to show that you still love men, because you go on to dress and act like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't escape the Lord. You know? I just use that as an example. But again, nonetheless, that still show the Lord true. Because how did he set it up? You know what I'm saying? You can't escape it. No matter what. You go on
Like how would you either hot or cold?
right, yeah. Man.
Then niggas try to think he gonna be nothing. Like
Exactly.
Jake that came up last weekend. Can I just be like, no, bro.
Right, yeah,
You gonna
right.
get rid of your ass.
Right.
Play out one and two. You know?
Yeah.
Either way, they all worshiping the Lord. Right? They proving him to be true.
Yeah.
Man, he control the demons too. But I thought his homies, the angels in them.
Right.
Lord, you know, if you will, he kick it with the demons. You know what I'm saying? The demons on his payroll. Like,
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
I won't say
Yeah.
kick it with him, but you know.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
something too.
right. I just said that's like you even just look at the like FBI, the CIA and shit.
Basically, the Lord, the king of backdooring people.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
That's a big sting in Chicago.
Yeah.
Man. Niggas getting backdoored all the fucking time. You know? Like niggas, you know, niggas homies and shit, right? But your homie hang out with your enemies, and for the right price, you know, or whatever circumstance, or if they sniff something out, he has set his homie up to get back door.
Right.
So the only way his ops is able to kill him.
Right.
So most niggas ops killing them ain't really them killing them. It's their own homies. You know?
Yeah. And
That's like the Lord working.
I just said that go back to what you were saying before in regards to, you know what I'm saying, the Lord proving who really a friend and who an enemy. You know?
Shit, bro. That just makes you faith, pride. You can't do nothing but worship the Lord, bro.
Man.
The Lord could be very evil to you, you know?
Yeah.
That's him. They work for him.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna come in the form of him, but guess what? They coming in his name. You know? That's some scary shit. You like, what the fuck?
It shows you got no reason to ever be proud, you know, to ever have pride or to be proud about anything, ever. Always knowing this statement or this truth. This truth of the matter.
That's why the so-called white man is so goddamn dumb, because you working for the Lord regardless. So you try to change all his truth, run away from it, get people to worship Satan. All y'all doing is worshiping the Lord. You proving the Lord to be true.
Right.
You know? Still giving reverence to him. You're creating a way to where it's gonna happen.
Real quick, this is James 2:19. It says, "Thou believest that there is one God, thou do as well. The devils also believe and tremble."
Then when you read the NLT, it say the demons.
Right. Yep.
Goddamn demons. That's crazy, bro. Boy, out here backdoing this shit. I speak.
Man.
It's heavy because that mention of the council in heaven with the
Yeah.
angels.
Yeah.
The Lord hates lying, but he told that lying spirit that he could go forth and be a liar.
Right.
You think that nigga gonna cheat with you? And that nigga work for the Lord.
Man.
You don't even know that. He gonna put you to death. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You don't even know that. Like that, we left that one weekend and was playing, you ain't even know. You know?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, motherfuckers don't even have a clue.
Man.
All this shit that you try to do to, I'ma buck up, it's all working for the Lord. It's like, you know, you with the shit you going off with, and it can become an entity in that moment. Because it ain't gotta be a person all the time. It could just be a event, an action you doing.
Right.
And it said it turned into an enemy, an entity.
Entity.
An entity. And it stood in front of you with in a form of a man that got a mask on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it pulls the mask off and it show it worked with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know? You like, what the fuck? I thought we was cheating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I thought we was,
Hey.
you know, getting this money, running it up.
No, it's like that's and that just made me think of the R. Kelly song with Usher, the same girl, you know, because you listen to the lyrics, you know it's one girl that, you know what I'm saying, they talk about this shit, but they go on to basically like set her up type shit, you know what I'm saying? So she thinking she playing here in Chicago and playing over here in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But bitch, you know what I'm saying? You got caught.
Lord has sent all these bras out here, man, they think that, you know, being slick and doing this weird shit, you know what I'm saying? And all that shit work for the Lord.
Right.
That's why he said they're gonna be taken in their own craftiness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's why that's why you gotta flee. You can't be trying to be invested in this world. Cause this world is only gonna get you got. You know?
And it's scary for you women that play with men of the Lord. Because it's worse for y'all than women that's in the world. Because that man tried to tell you how about me outside in the joke.
Man.
And then you go, you know, basically roll the fuck off. And then whatever way you go off,
Yeah.
and that shit just proves what he said to you. Whether it kill you or hurt you in some way, shape, or form. and then you just point you right back to, you know?
Yep.
So it's like, that's when you're able to see, like, you know, if everything works for the Lord. And it's like, in that moment, it's something taking the mat, like,
Yeah.
you thought I was just your fleeing. No, bitch. You died. It's joke. Blow that bitch brains out, you know?
Man.
See, because you got that scripture, there be spirits created for vengeance,
Somebody get that Bible shot, Micah 7:10. You got it? Matter of fact, I got it. Go ahead, bro.
because there be spirits created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes and appease the wrath of him that made them. See, so those spirits created for vengeance, being them demons, to do these vicious killings, whose wrath are they appeasing? The one that made him. So like the brother's example, you thought I was a fling, or you get blew down in the street, pull up a mask. He worked for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua created me. I work for him. I'm appeasing his wrath. So you getting killed in the street, I'm appeasing the God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
You thought you was gonna leave the Lord to go get rich, and then them dudes you was gonna go get rich, steal all your money.
Right.
You know, or that event, that move you thought you was gonna do, caused you to actually lose more money than you ever, you know,
Right.
you had to begin with.
Yeah.
So you like, God damn, like, Lord not playing with me. That's everything working for the Lord. But I got one for you real quick. Let's back up what you just said. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh? Bashem Yahweh shall thy God. Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mires of the streets. Because the Lord run the streets.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Jake got, you know, the pool in the street. I run the streets. Lord he run the streets.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You women that want to be for the fucking streets and shit, guess what? Hey,
The street's gonna be the death of you.
yeah, you go, that's when you gonna meet your house boss me on shop.
Exactly.
I got one last one. You know, it says how the brother said it's gonna be spirit scared. You thought it was this, you thought it was a move, you thought it was these buddies that was gonna help you escape.
Thessalonians.
Brothers he was once with.
Yeah, keep holding
Nigga
it
leave
and
the
then
brothers to go
grab
join the
John
crew
9.
that rob them, beat the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
You know?
We're going to read that
Lord,
Thessalonians
the Lord
first.
ain't playing with them, only to make them feel the Lord more. Hebrews 12 and 3, to the point, to 9, it says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? So the Lord control all the spirits. So though it say there be spirits created for vengeance, right? Who on their, you know, in their time of their destruction, you know, lay on short strokes and appease the wrath of him that made them, right? The Lord can do that with everybody.
Right.
The reason why it's like that with them, because the Lord's the Father of them too.
Yeah.
This is the Father of spirits.
Yeah.
Most things you get into have a spirit behind it. You know? That's why it's a thing. That's why it's a trace of spirit in it. You know? People you deal with, it's a spirit in them.
Yeah.
You know? This stuff, you dealing with the Father spirit. So the Lord, it ain't nowhere your ass gonna go.
Man.
So keep playing with the Lord, bro. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. You can bring that up. It's like you had
First,
Oh, this good.
Come
Why
on.
you think Esau trying to make all
That
this
one.
to the top.
Yep.
technological
Read,
bullshit?
through 5.
Because he's trying to get away from the spirit. You know?
You gonna continue in that second address.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
You see, Salak, and the reason why that is because we already know the Lord going to come back and wreck shop.
For instance, real
Salak, you got it.
No, you good. For instance, real quick, basically what I mean by that, Esau's trying to cut off entry points for the Lord.
Yeah.
Because the Lord worked through the spirit.
Right,
So
right.
he make everything mechanical.
Right.
But what's crazy about it, that's like a motherfucker be crazy enough to think, well, I'm going to just cheat with a robot. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause the Lord can't work through that. You know?
Right.
All right. What you don't realize, those are elements.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still within it. Everything is, nigga, it ain't nothing your ass can make.
Yeah.
You escape the Lord.
You can't escape his hand.
Elements are living.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
You know they put quartz and shit in these phones and shit like
Yeah,
that.
man.
You go get, you know, that
Right.
motherfucker might melt you know.
Exactly.
The house can never get me here. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker melt on top of ass. You know what
No,
I'm
no,
saying?
so like I say that's the spirit because it be the shit so bad, right? Where women think that they can sleep with a robot, right? They get the what they call the shit the rolls and shit. You stimulate yourself so much to where your shit broke basically. You know what I'm saying?
Now you going, you getting into some things.
Yeah, right, but I just say that just to cap that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's literally that. You know, your shit broke. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to the point to where
That's some shit back in the day.
man.
What they call it? Remember the Mr. Good Bar?
Mr. Good Bob or some
Yeah,
shit.
the Good Bar bars, little chocolate bars.
Yeah,
They flipped it with the little shit women be using and shit.
That's what it is.
Mr. And they played off of that, and that's when you get the Mr. Good Vibe. You know what I'm saying? So women be on some I don't use man, you know?
dumbass shit. But yet, then again, the shit is a fucking right. Correct. I.e. again, is why the Lord finna come back as a thief in the night. Go ahead, you got it.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 2.
Nigga eat some chicken, you know? Choke on the chicken bone choking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Scary shit.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Man.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
You see, you thinking you straight, you safe, you just do whatever out here. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the moments that the Lord don't execute, you know what I'm saying, judgment speedily. You know, your ass get lax, and you get lax exactly how the Lord wants you to. He set the trap right for you to fall into it, because he already knew you was gonna fall into it. You know, you not looking to fall into the trap. You looking to stay away from the trap and stay in His protection. You know, because if not, this was gonna happen to you. Read it again.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 2.
3.
5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Then sudden destruction, swiftly, so much to the point to you it was so abrupt you didn't even see it. You know. Continue.
Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Man. Continue.
It says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief.
And that those brethren are those that's actually rooted in the Lord. You know, this is the time to be fleeing and making sure that you rooted. You know, this is you tending to your roots, tending to how you invested, what you condone, what you listen to, what you looking at. You know what I'm saying? Being accountable for your actions, for yourself, and looking to do better. You got it. Continue.
It says, verse 5, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness.
You see, we are the children of light. We supposed to be that righteous example. Jump to that John 9.
John 9 and 4. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day.
You see, and that's the mentality of the children of the light. That's the mentality, because again, this is Yahweh Shah saying this, right? And what is 1 John 2 and 6 going on to say? If you can grab it real quick for me, Abu Kashar.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, he that said he abideth in him himself also so to walk, even as he walked.
You see? So you being in the same mentality and likeness of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you going to be saying the same thing too. You know? You're going to be getting to it quickly. You're going to be looking to get to it quickly. Especially now. Because things is ramping up. Things are only getting worse. The Lord is constantly killing people, and He's going to kill more. You know? Because this world is wicked. This world goes on to make a mockery of our people. Like we not the Lord's chosen people. Like we not the Lord's anointed. Like we not the Lord's portion, His inheritance.
Jake himself making a mockery.
And that's what make it even worse.
If they're not that.
Yeah.
You know, and that start with people in the truth.
Yeah,
Folks
come.
down here
Yeah.
Still playing games. Damn, WF5 is just talking about their ass. They be coming down here. They got to a damn, I think it was Memphis. Choked some damn Edomite woman out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's crazy.
This week. You know? Brother, the brother LeBron from the Memphis branch, he had posted that shit. You know? This is obviously a WF5 Memphis. Right. Yeah, choked the bitch out there. You know what I'm saying? And they like, bro, y'all do something like this in the time of this. The whole time, unbeknownst, we off camera talking about these ones. Lil Rock, they be bringing their ass out here.
Right.
You know? Got people coming up us, talking about something, you know?
Right.
Hey, nigga, y'all ain't talk to us. You know? Man, y'all talking some wild shit last time we talked to y'all. You know? Man, look, this happened. And then, that was last week, man, right?
Yeah.
This play out this week. I'll pull it up,
You see how dangerous it is, but again, this is just more fuel again to have what the Lord wants to play out. You know, the family of the word gonna come, right? They gonna be looking to continue to persecute us, right? They gonna be looking to bind us up. You know what I'm saying? Where we getting delivered up into concentration camps, making us out to be terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Domestic terrorists. It's gonna be because of situations like this. You know, they try to put us into an umbrella. But if you not where you supposed to be at with the Lord, you're not gonna be kept. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be kept from all the woes that's to come.
Oh, damn.
That was wild. He be the same as toting guns and shit and everything.
Jake doing this shit. Ain't gonna get endorsed now.
Yeah, con. Let me see where I ended off with. Yeah, read that second Esdras 16 to 40 one more time.
I got you.
End it there.
It's the book of 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be as pilgrims upon the earth."
You see? And what do pilgrims do? You know? They constantly moving, staying out the way. They not getting fully invested in where they at. Cause they on their mission. You know? We gotta continue to stay on our mission. Which is getting right with the Lord, getting ourselves right first and foremost, getting our house together. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that your ways, your actions, your heart, your mind, you know, are aligned in a way to where you're able to receive that salvation. You know? And that doesn't come from you trying to invest in this world. You're supposed to flee from these times, flee from this world, because the days are evil right now. You know? That's it. You got it.
You can get take heed how you hear.
Huh?
Yeah.
Con, that's what you want?
Yeah. And then you can get Ephesians 5 and 17.
Shit, I can bring it out.
Oh, go ahead, you can wait. I got the Ephesians. Said, take heed how you hear.
Luke 8 and 18.
Okay.
Yep.
This is Luke chapter 8 verse 18. It says, "Take heed therefore how ye hear. For whosoever has, to him shall be given. And whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken even that which he seemeth to have."
Can you read from the top again?
Come on, yep. Luke 8 and 18, it says, "Take heed therefore how ye hear.
And that's the point, is taking heed how you hear and who you're learning from and what you're being taught. Cause like the brother last said, the days are evil. You're walking in the peril of your overthrowing. The Lord is a terrible power. So you take heed how you hear, how you learn, because a lot of Israelites, they learned they're Israelites, but they don't even know what they're supposed to be doing, which is, you can bring this up, the will of the Lord. They don't know the will of the Lord. It's more than just about claiming to be Israelite and barbecues and etc.
Ephesians chapter 5 and 17, it says, wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is.
To understand what the will of the Lord is. So don't be unwise, but wise to understand it. What you're really a part of, that counting the cost. Do you know that that your enemy is looking to kill you? Do you know that you're a part of something like that? Something to that gravity? You're actually being plotted on? You know, that's part of the will of the Lord. When you come in your, you can get a soul for temptation. When you come in to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Understanding what the will of the Lord is. This is what you're a part of. So, and back to that, take heed how you hear. The wrong teachers are gonna tell you bullshit so you got it. You got it. Yeah, you can bring it out.
This is Sirach 2 and verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
So that's what you should be expecting, because coming to serve the Lord is not a tea party. It's not something, you know, like the word often used, prosperity doctrine. It's a straight, narrow path. It's uncomfortable. Acts 14:22. Before you get to the kingdom, much tribulation. Paraphrasing. It says confirming the souls. Much tribulation before you get to the kingdom. So that's what the will of the Lord is, to put you through fire, the furnace of affliction. See, when you come to the Lord, prepare thy soul for because it says, somebody get that, for a rough time, an uncomfortable time. Whoever got it, you can bring it out.
The book of James chapter 1 and verse 13, it says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Heavenly Father. For the Heavenly Father cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man.
That's the point. So prepare your soul for temptation, because you're gonna have to deal with the enemy. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, just like Job, he puts a limiter on what the enemy can do with you. If you are in his house, if he's trying to protect you, and that I believe it's Jeremiah 29:11. If he has peace, thoughts of peace towards you and not of evil, then he's going to chastise you. He's going to allow you to go through things to make you stronger.
Yeah, what that means is, the Lord is not, for you that's in his face, he's not giving you the situation for you to do it. He's putting the situation in front of you for you to prove you believe in him. That's why he allowed Job to go through that. So that's why he said, prepare thy soul for temptations, because a lot of them are going to come because they have to, in order to prove you truly believe, like Job, which is the only reason why Satan, his tempter, you know, in the form of all those situations that occurred in his life, was able to come to him, because that's the only way the Lord, as we brought out earlier through the Spirit, when I was speaking about, whenever I was speaking about the brother that brought that scripture, I was going out through the Spirit.
The license to sin.
That's the only way to know who's truly a friend of the Lord, a believer. So I can read it in the NLT. It says, James 1:13 in the NLT, and remember, when you are being tempted, do not say, God is tempting me. God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is never tempted to do wrong, and he never tempts anyone else. He wasn't putting those things in Job's life to go off. He was put them in his life to prove that he wouldn't go off, that he believed. You know what I'm saying? So that's that, for those out there, you know, they don't understand. They think we're contradicting ourselves. No. The Lord use Satan to prove who real. Know if your team good, if y'all only just beating ass, how y'all handle a loss? How y'all handle actual other good competition. You know?
And that's that scripture, that was as far as if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first. So the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, has to prove all of us and has to prove you. And in that proving, it's the furnace of affliction, the furnace of adversity.
It's gonna come in the form of like financial woes,
You
family
can get,
woes, domestic woes.
one of those,
You get
furnace of
rebuked,
affliction or
you know what I'm
furnace of
saying? Yeah, health, all that, man. The Lord will put you through a health scare to just see if you're gonna keep the faith. He ain't put your ass in it to become a non-believer and a damn, just a witchcraft
Shit.
user.
You can start from there and then
That's the form you're gonna come in, man. But the Lord might spend years of you just rebuking your ass. You might spend it, you might have seasons of that. Everything you're just doing wrong. Are you just gonna walk the fucking way because you're wrong?
Right.
Because I thought, well, nobody writes any damn way. So who the fuck is you? You're gonna be like, get your ass out of there.
Right.
Okay.
And that's gonna show you where your heart is. If you think you're doing everything wrong, like, to how you say it again?
Doing everything right. You might spend time, like, because the adversity gonna come in different forms. Right. Getting rebuked is one of them. You might just be a person getting rebuked. You might be getting rebuked by whoever the hell. You know what I'm saying? In the truth, for instance, in the ministry, for instance. Right. You might, everything your ass doing, you just constantly getting reproved on. Like, bro, that's off, that's off. You just walk away. You know what I'm saying? You just in your goddamn season to see.
Let the righteous smite you.
And then really you is doing shit that's off. But why is the Lord allowing it? To see, again, like it says, he that is honorable in poverty, how much more in riches. Right. And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty. See how you act when you low. And you gotta make kings like that. Start off holding signs and shit. I'm tired of holding these signs. Who the fuck you think you are?
Right.
Nigga. But you want somebody holding your signs in the kingdom.
That's the script. That's the scripture that say, the Lord is the potter, and we the clay. How shall the clay say, why hast thou made me thus?
Like, what I'm doing with this, what I'm supposed to do. I go, bitch, a week bitch so quick to just leave. They be on the internet. I could never please this man. Bye.
Right.
Bye.
And that, cause that yeah.
Fuck out of here, bro.
That's like the point I was gonna make. If you truly want to do what's right, if you truly have a sincere heart with it, in this getting rebuked all the time, or a woman getting always corrected or feeling like she can never do right,
Always losing money. It's a bunch, but you got it. Stay with them.
A true sincere heart is gonna keep trying, cause that's
Want it.
yeah. You said cause you want it.
Yeah, they want it.
Yeah, you want to be righteous. I want to be perfect. Yeah. I know he want to be. We all want to be perfect. But we know that's not possible just yet. But we're working towards it.
Striving for perfection.
How can you be a bodybuilder if you can't get past, the different walls when you just quit when you tired? You just don't go to work because you tired. No, you keep going because you want to keep that job, right?
Exactly.
But a bitch quick to quit on the brother. Nigga, I don't need this. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you want to get it right, if you truly want to get it right, you're never gonna give up until you get it right.
Yeah, fake ass. Man, we want to hear that shit.
So if it take you 30 failures to finally get it, or 100 failures to finally get it, if you really want to get it right, you're not gonna give up until you actually get it right. And that,
when it's been proven you can get this right. Somebody accomplished this, right? Yeah, how I called all type of hell. He was right in nobody's eyes, the majority eyes, I say.
Right.
But he still won, so we know it's possible.
Right.
that's why it says a righteous man falleth 7 times, a complete number of times, and gets back up. Damn, what was I gonna say?
It's like,
Son get mad. My daddy always cussing me up, man. I don't want to play no more, man.
Right.
Your daddy
that's
love
what
you.
I'm
You can
gonna
be
say,
like, boy, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't saying that because he hates you.
Exactly.
If he wasn't, hard on you, understand? If a nigga ain't rebuking you, he ain't love you. The nigga just letting you rock.
You know, because
that's Esau.
that's like in sports. You see that if a coach is hard on a certain player more than another, that means he sees something in him. He's giving him more attention, more care.
Bitches out here. He ain't saying nothing to him. You got some goddamn nerve to be complaining. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They be on the internet really saying that. There's nothing I can do to please him. Because he a fucking king. That's why. You want to know why? Because it's not, you can never, let me bring this out for you real quick.
Yeah.
This is Iraq 43.
Yeah.
And straight to the point. Brothers already know.
Yeah.
Verse 30, it says, let me read 29. It says, the Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power, proving all that earlier. But it says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary. For ye can never go far enough. You know, who has seen him that he might tell us, and who can magnify him as he is? The Lord can't never get enough praise. You can't please the Lord. That's why he says our righteousness is as filthy rags. It's like that on earth because that's how the creative earth is. You know what I'm saying? So deal with it.
And what's pleasing to him, because though you can never please him, you can never go far enough, what's pleasing is that you don't stop trying. When he sees that you keep falling and getting back up, you go, all good. All good, either way. When he sees that you're falling those 7 times, complete times, getting back up and not giving up, that's pleasing. Because that shows you have a righteous and you had that conviction to be righteous and to keep going. So that's pleasing. But when you give up, it says that verse, the wicked shall fall into mischief. So if you fall away and say, forget it, it's too much, you're wicked.
Strength weak, without faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. And I was going to also add too real quick if I can. The whole theme that this is playing on is what? Abundance.
Right.
Never being able to go far enough, never being able to please, constantly being pushed. You know what I'm saying? Constantly being rebuked. That's playing on the theme of abundance, because we're a people of abundance. Like you could never ever have enough of anything. You always gonna want something else. You wanna know why? Because that theme of abundance is real. It's letting you understand the kingdom, and it's also helping you constantly level up. You know? Man, my dad just don't never let me stop and be great here. Why would I? You know what I'm saying? Why would he? Why? Ain't no ending or searching out of the most high power. Well, that's what everything is of. It continues, bro. It's abundance. It's a continuous overflow. That was the life of Solomon. Trying to put a cap on shit, you can't. You fucking just can't do it. So stop thinking like that, man. You ain't ever gonna know everything your ass could know. You're never right. You think you went hard today? Guess what? The fact exists that the fact of the matter is there's more that can still. You can go further. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that should be good to somebody. That's only good to somebody that's righteous. That should be good to somebody who claim they righteous. You should be happy, like, damn, my Lord said I could do more. You know what I'm saying? He now allowing you to constantly keep climbing. It's like the Dragon Ball Z anime. The Saiyans don't got no limit to their powers. That's why they stronger than everybody that they come in existence.
Come against.
Yeah, they come in them. They meet. They ain't no cap to their power, but they just keep fucking going.
Yeah.
6.
But how they're able to figure that out is through them trying.
But they really don't know that.
Actually, yeah, that's
why Dragon Ball Z still being made.
Right.
No,
They really don't know that. They learning. Now that the episodes that's coming out now, they learning that. You know what I'm saying? But how you gonna say you learned that if that's something that is true? Like if you get told, look, it ain't no limit of how far y'all can go. That means you can never get to the point to be like, well, I really know that. Because you just keep going. You don't know. It's just a continuous, that's how we are.
Right.
It's like being immortal. You know? I think I lived long enough. This is enough. Who the fuck think like that, bro? Fuck out of here, bro.
So a weak ass spirit say that shit.
I love the other Apostle Heart, man. He said, I hate weak niggas. You know?
Yeah.
We don't want to be around them. I hate weak motherfuckers, bro. There's a difference between weak and meek. Stay away from me with that weak ass shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen nothing. So I said, whatever thy hand can find to do, do it with all thy might. I know when I go super hard, I already know I can go harder. You know, like that shit wasn't enough. You know? It ain't being over righteous. I'm just accepting that, you know, that reality. LeBron James ain't the fucking cap. Michael Jordan ain't the fucking cap. You know?
Right.
Fuck out of here, bro. Southside said, I'm alive forevermore. That's crazy. You know?
Everlasting. You know, everlasting joy. Everlasting happiness and joy through the one that's alive forevermore. We can't comprehend that.
I be seeing those videos of like them old Eves that be like super fine and shit. They be old as hell. You seen a couple of them, like two gnomes and shit like that, right? It's like that. Like them. That's that instance when it's like. That's that instance when it's like basically like, dang, like you just get finer. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just another thing too. I just throw this out here so I'm speaking on it. You know, it's prove we're gonna be immortal. You know, it's a particular two older Eves I'm talking about. You know, I'm sure your brothers done seen them.
Halle Berry or no?
Hell no. Famous. No, one of them actually is known, but the other one ain't. But I'm talking about. I seen one the other day. She was 70.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
This is a new one. I ain't never seen her before. You know.
The one that was
But
on X-Men?
I'm sure you know one of them I'm talking about.
Oh wow.
But it's like, you know, that's an example of what we're talking about, bro. Like, it's like, to know this shit can keep going. Like, she's 70, but she just keep, like, she's still fine. Like, it just show you, like, that it's not, you know, hot bitches getting their 30s and be through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like a well.
Fucking mid-20s, late
Like,
20s.
What's that, nigga name, that nigga daughter name? SpongeBob, Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Krabs' daughter.
Oh, shit, yeah.
She was done when she
Yeah,
was
Mr.
born.
Krabs' daughter. That last hair on that head.
Right.
And that's crazy. That's crazy because they say women's prime and peak is like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So in the kingdom, they'll never leave that stage, and neither will the men.
Like that kind of now, not only because it's not the kingdom, but also because the way they think.
Yeah.
They let themselves
They
go.
don't believe it.
They're like, I live my best years already.
Done. Yep.
Nigga ain't finna tell me. I hate when they try to say ball players. Like, quit telling them, saying LeBron, oh, he really more masterful than he's ever been.
Yeah.
Because he been doing it this long. Yep. You just now really can say he probably got it like damn near mastered.
Completely figured
He ain't
the
got
fuck
that
out.
shit mastered in your late 20s. He was still fucking trash, really. Yeah, I'm sure you go back and be like, nope, he did this wrong, though he could move better. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's the part where, okay, it's because we ain't in the kingdom. But nonetheless, bitches end up through, brothers end up through because of this mentality that's being talked about right now, man. You think you can go far enough. You don't went far enough. You can't. And that's why a lot of you women can't be fucking wives because you got that mentality. You know? I cooked yesterday. Bitch, it's today. You know?
Yeah.
Ah! Man!
And that translates to us too, you know. Say I did a lesson yesterday, or I did something yesterday. Now it's today, and it's gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be a new day every day. Time is keep going on, and you're still required to bring forth something.
You will push your man to be a guy like, cause you see your woman and she just always, you know what I'm saying? You like, man, this is never no ending to her. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, that man that's gonna help bring the God out of him. You know what I'm saying? But Eve just so fucking just screwed, just wicked. You know? A lot of brothers that's like 60, 70 in their best shape is because they got a woman right there with them, in the best shape with them, or they with a group of brothers, or they just figured it out on their own. And they on that loner shit, and they just a dog. You know what I'm saying? But the majority out of there, like Tupac said, you don't see a loudmouth man when he hit 30. Niggas was quiet. They was more quiet. They was more louder when they was kids. They hit 30. You know, nigga out at the plant on the damn
Yeah, on the assembly line.
Just a nigga on the assembly line. Thank you. Boss come over there. Y'all own up. And he, you know, nigga ain't got a response no more eventually.
Man.
Just through.
It's crazy. So like, if I can just, that's one thing I always grew up seeing in the Wicked family. You know what I'm saying? That I grew up in, cause shit ass backwards. All the women do all the fucking talking, and all the men sit the fuck back, not saying a goddamn thing. Just letting they women just talk out they fucking ass. You know?
Yeah.
Talking about some
Excuse my French, but
happy wife, happy life bullshit.
yeah, man, that shit be so terrible. Cause I always in my head be like, why aren't you? Like, how do you just allow this to happen in your house? You know?
And then what I hear in my line of work,
Because the world that told him he went as far as he could. You got it.
right,
Exactly.
adding to the point, with what I do, you know, for a living or line of work, whatever, you know, I'm dealing with houses, you know, and the organizing of houses sometimes, and we hear the men say, well, when the boss gets here, then we'll decide what we want to do. When the boss gets here, like, that particular word is used way too many times referring to the wife because they under that mentality of happy wife, happy life.
Wow, they talking about that's crazy. I don't think you talking about like that's crazy. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Wow. But yeah, niggas do talk like that though. I'm so far, you know, away from that
Right.
shit. You know? The missus, yeah, she, you know, you want your mama to kill me? Nigga standing there, he got
Right.
titties, talking to his kids.
Right.
Oh, big ass. Want your mama to kill me? Nigga running through the house like this, you know, Ron's gonna hold this
right.
shit, and shit. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
that nigga walk out with a fucking bonnet on his head and shit. You know,
Yeah.
the whole
Extra
big
built
ass,
nigga.
the whole big ass bonnet. He got the bandana top. You know what I'm saying? Tied in front of his head and shit. Like he finna hold a baby on his hip and shit.
Hell yeah, man. Nigga standing there. You want your mama to kill us when she get home? You know? Not saying you ain't no respect for sisters and they lot and roles and stuff like that. I'm just saying like, you got that's crazy.
Yeah, because the point is you know,
Hold your fucking nuts, nigga.
you supposed to be the head of the household,
Is that
the head of the household.
What's that shit? Your daddy wasn't. He was just another lost nigga.
Oh yeah, the daddy was no gangster. Yeah. Majority of all the niggas, you gotta talk about that.
No, that's good. So yeah, that whole thing was the head of the household. But see, we can get back to the point. You can bring out the Hebrews 12.
Yeah, this is the book of Hebrews 12 and verse 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge every son whom he receiveth. It says, if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Because in a chastening is a leveling up. It's a constant push. It's a constant correction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can develop that mindset of abundance. I can never go far enough. But if you quit, I don't want to no more. I think I done got as strong as I, you know, I'm okay with it, daddy, or whatever. Big nigga, like, you know, ain't even a man yet and shit. We know you ain't a son of God.
Yeah, because you know, right there. That's all I was gonna go with it. A son of God, of Yahweh Shem Shai, a son of an immortal. Right? So he said that we can never go far enough. Because like the sayings example, the Lord knows we can't go far enough. He's pushing us. And that's love. Trying to get us to how he is, which is an honor for him to try to make us how he is. That's a freaking honor. You know, so you should appreciate him working on you to get you to that glorious state. That's love.
That's
So-
what the kingdom is. It's gonna be continuous. Your woman's gonna be continuous in her glory. She ain't gonna have a day where she, you know, it's just fucked up how we think, bro. You know, you ain't gonna have a month where you know, you always you being fruitful and multiplying constantly. It's a continuous thing. You know, that's why people can't, you know, majority of them can't manifest the kingdom because they mentality. You know. He nigga get a car and he like, that's it, you know? This is as far as it go. You know? Fucking crazy, man. Nigga see one beautiful woman, he like, this shit is as far as it go. Tyrese said, that's why he catch so much hell. He put so much bullshit out here. Let me start by saying that you're the one. The chick. Hey. Ain't that a trick? You know? He said, I'm gonna be cool with just one.
You still got the smite, the righteous
girl.
smite.
That's all I need.
Yeah, probably go there next.
One crib.
Right.
All that nigga was doing is rocking fucking women into.
No, Rocket and Jake.
Jake rocking everybody.
Yeah,
Like, you see, he got locked up. Damn. Spirit, a demon jumped on his dog. Lord said the demon jumped on his dog. And then Spirit came on the dog and it went and fucking killed his neighbor's dog. So now he locked up.
That shit's
up.
silly. That shit's
Crazy
silly.
shit. He was on the run and shit.
How you gotta deal?
These facts.
How you gotta deal with something like that? Like, imagine dealing with something like that when you so-called made it.
Yeah, it threw his heel, bro.
Hey, look,
You supposed to have made it.
They got body cam video.
It just got to him. You know what I'm saying? Being a dog and shit. You got to do
These are facts.
That's how you know we in hell
Being everything.
and this shit not real. Cause how you supposedly made it, got all this money, but you gotta go to jail cause your dog bit another dog. That shit silly as hell.
Cause he said that stupid shit, bro. Exactly. One, you know. And guess what? All that shit was in America. That one girl, that one house. You know,
Damn.
one boy, one girl.
Right.
Jake ass.
When you got when you got dirty ass a base heathen in our land doing the complete opposite.
Doing fucking limbo.
Yeah, that shit
Limbo. Yeah, that shit was real.
They went through his crib. He was gone already
Yeah,
though.
that nigga's on the run. He got to turn
Man, they
himself
took that
in.
shit. See, that shit not that serious.
Bro, his
Dog
dog got a
killed another
demon
dog.
on
Right,
it.
the dog killed another dog.
And it got somehow it killed their dog.
Oh, that's crazy. They said at the time the baby boy acted. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Baby boy.
That's crazy. They ain't even call him Tyrese.
My shit.
That shit crazy. They call him the baby boy actor.
Yeah.
That nigga
That shit crazy.
What more do you want?
repent, nigga.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Out here telling half truth and shit.
So you can bring that out.
Yeah, kind. That's crazy.
You still
This the
got
book of Psalms,
what's
chapter
the-
141 and verse 5.
Yeah, let me see.
It says, let the righteous smite me. You read it again?
Yeah, you know, cause it's morning, right?
No,
Like,
come.
Next
I'm
verse.
just- Whatever you want.
Yeah, the
That's
whole
the
thing.
spirit then. The smite, yeah, that's what we doing right now. You know, in the form of making jokes so you repent, you know what I'm saying? Getting on Jake ass, that's kindness really. You know, we ain't up here literally, you know,
Right.
like niggas saying you gun butting niggas. We ain't pistol whipping niggas, you know what I'm saying? Beating niggas up, go ahead.
No, so like that's a good example of that is like when brothers be trying to tell like Steph Curry has to leave Aisha. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a whole nother situation.
but in regards to
Not
men,
taking away from sin.
yeah, men saying to him like, "Yo, bro, like,
Right.
get your ass the fuck out," cause like every Jake, like they even said the one ball he fumbled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a toss up because nobody really know their business, even
Right.
though she is out here doing
Wilding
a lot of
and
like
shit, yeah.
questionable shit. That's, you know, but yeah, what people ultimately saying, if it's sincere, it is a act of that. It's a smite, but it's kindness. You know, it ain't in wickedness. Just because a nigga cuss you out, telling you, you know.
Cause the intentions is this scripture, paraphrasing. Rebuke them that they may be sound.
Sharp.
Yeah, rebuke them sharply that they may be sound. So you smite them, you correct them.
Break the nigga down, because they say the word sharper than a two-edged sword. Like, fighting, breaking down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might hurt your feelings.
Soul and spirit.
You know? Your house out, you gotta think. Because they murdered him, so he probably had niggas crying. Because certain things he was doing, they said they getting written.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
He probably had niggas crying, like, you know, like, kill a nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
On some wicked shit, though,
Yeah.
like, because he said the truth. You know, but that's how Jake look at it. They be like, man, don't fighting words, man. He be like, stop acting like a bitch ass nigga. You know?
Right.
Don't fighting words, so it's like a smite, you know? But it ain't. Just, you know, this world ass backwards, it's soft as hell, you guys talk about.
Yeah, they kind. Yeah, so that rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound. Put them so you will correct them sharply, harshly, so they can get on track for their good. So you're doing them a good service. You're helping them out by rebuking them sharply. You see they're going off track, so you smack them real hard so they can straighten up because they were leaning, about to fall into the fire. So you
Going wild, our kids go up. Ain't no girls going wild.
and then
It's like they always say, "Oh, your kids are such well mannered." You know, how were you raised? And they always show the clip of their daddy, their mama coming to whooping their ass crazy and shit.
yeah, because I see a lot of videos of little Edomite boys and girls talking crazy to their mom. Like literally talking crazy. And you know, and then they'll show a so-called black person looking at them like, oh hell no. See, I can never get away with that shit.
Hopping over
That's
the
not
couch.
really exactly.
Right.
You get hit with a switch, a stick, a hand, a fist, whatever.
Your mama do some Spider-Man shit. You know what I'm saying? Throw down like, you know,
Right. Yeah.
throw a web on the wall and fly across the room. You know,
Right.
smite to that.
No, that's everybody hates Chris.
That was a great depiction of Jake.
Yeah. Everybody hates Chris.
At
But,
a, at a certain generation.
right.
So,
Yeah. How they how he would say like my mama would, you know what I'm saying, smack me into next week and shit.
Smack me to death, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, these brides ain't doing none of that. These
Yeah.
bitches raising their children now,
Yeah.
they gonna damn near start handing them little bottles of lean.
No, literally.
Would you be quiet like
Just go shut up. It's just-
you know? No, Jake be putting the syrup in the baby bottle and shit.
Right.
Bitch actually hand a baby lean in the bottle.
She put the
They bring her.
He really like
the little
drooling
nipple on the shit, hand it to her.
See, that's that scripture. Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Paraphrasing. Yeah. So, and then also that scripture. So is the mother, so shall the daughter be. Paraphrasing.
That's dealing with the mistress women shall bring forth monsters. That's unclean Israelites that, again, could pass sea and land to make a proselyte. When he's converted, he's made twofold the child of hell to ye yourselves. So that's an unclean Israelite. That's prosperity doctrine. That's not smiting them. That's not rebuking them sharply that they may be sound in faith. And it brings forth a wicked ass Jake. You know what I'm saying? A Jake you can't tell nothing. You know? You try to talk to a lot of these Jakes that be in HOI and W, you see how they are. They ain't rebuke. They ain't used to rebuke for real. You know? They just be letting niggas rock. You know? That's what that's going into for real. You know? But it's manifold, twofold, so you got that aspect too. You know? As far as what you was speaking of.
Yep. So you take heed how you hear. You know what you coming into, what you a part of. You know so you bring it up.
Mystery
smite
deals with what? Blood, right? That represent what? Uncleanness. You know? So niggas that saying the wrong shit, breaking the scriptures down wrong.
Too, like the point that you initially made, you know what I'm saying, paying attention to who you listen to, who you learning from, you know, because that's like, you having a seed, but you giving it shitty water, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna do nothing to be nutrients to it, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna grow, you know. That's why we need the living water. You got it.
Yeah, you got it.
It's the book of Psalms 141 and 5. It says, let the righteous smite me. It shall be a kindness. And let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. For yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities.
Yeah, and the righteous starts from the Heavenly Father, and then Yahweh Shai, and then us who are trying to be righteous. You know, so that's what you're part of. Tehi here. You know, so when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Prepare to be smited. But no, it is for your benefit. It's like it's an excellent oil. You're being smitten, chastised by a righteous power, one that's trying to mold you for your good. You know, like was brought out Wednesday, you can't be an enemy of the cross, because bearing that, it is for your good. It is to turn you into something great and powerful. Start from the top, just read down.
Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
So this is some stuff that you should have been hearing first coming in. That if you come to follow me, you know, bear that cross. If you can't bear that cross and follow me, you're not worthy of me. You're not worthy to be where I'm gonna be. You can't be where I'm at. You know, you're not gonna be sitting on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, because you didn't do it. You didn't walk like me, bear my cross like me. So you're not gonna be sitting drinking wine like me in my kingdom.
This is Luke 9:62. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom.
You wanna speak on it?
That's like what the brother said, you know, you bearing that cross. You know, you gotta get to work. You gotta be making sure that you're doing these things to receive these things. You know?
And that's blood in, blood out. And that's something that was told to me coming in, you know, towards the beginning. Blood in, blood out. This is what you're a part of. Yeah, count costs and blood in, blood out. You can continue.
Yeah, God.
Meaning that if you leave, you're gonna die. Your blood gonna be spilled. You gonna die. You continue.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Yep. Whatever is brought upon you, take cheerfully. Whatever temptation, affliction, take cheerfully. Why? It's not to destroy you. It's supposed to help you grow. That say that one verse where it says paraphrasing, basically, dang, I can't even paraphrase it. But the it's to try you, prove you, and not to is what you can bear. He's not gonna put on more than you can bear. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Frame.
I got it.
Bring that.
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 13. It says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. It says, but God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Oh, will make a way.
Huh?
Oh, will make a way for you to escape.
Yep. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
So that's why you take cheerfully whatever is brought upon you, because you know that it's supposed to help you. You know that it's not meant to destroy you. The Lord's not going to put too much on you that's above your measure and frame that it'll destroy you.
That's really more so talking about when you get to jail. That's why I said, like, the end of it, he gonna make a way for you to escape. Like a temptation, like in the sense of like you being tempted to possibly do some evil shit, but you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's trying to creep up. Like, say it's a money play or some shit, and it's some wicked shit, right? You don't even want nothing to do with it, but somehow you done got, you know, jammed up in it. The The way you know it's a gym is because, or that's talking about a gym right there, because he said opportunity is going to come in this time to where you're going to be able to escape. You just got to take the out. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the out. You got to take, like, for instance, your phone might ring. Motherfucker might, yeah, bro, I got this wicked ass play and shit, you know? And you just like, man, this shit off. And then your phone ring. That's the out. But say you don't take it the first time, right? You be like, my bad, bro, hold on. What you saying?
Right.
He like, nah, this shit, your phone ring again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the fucking out. Take the fucking out.
Oh,
Then a nigga don't take it, they end up in the gym.
that's the Matrix. The phone call was they out completely, you know? They got themselves caught up in the gym, and the only way they can get out is if they took that phone call, you know?
Not less of that, because that's the movie. You know what I'm saying? That phone call was to bring your ass in the truth. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit we talking about. Because it's gonna come in different forms, so you gotta be able to recognize it.
Okay.
A lot of your situations that you can go and get into that's gonna be a jam, it's an out around it before a lot of them even happen. Even play out, even start to play out.
But even evolved.
Sometimes they'll come while they're playing out. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be able to know that in order to recognize that in the moment. Then you gotta have discernment. You know? You can know in this is spirit. You like, this ain't right, I ain't feeling this, and then hear this shit come. You know? So what happens is what?
It's gonna end it off in 5.
Your ass is being tempted. But you get a chance to, you know, escape that gym. Because it's not something that you have to deal with necessarily. So that's how you know that's talking about a gym. You know what I'm saying? So, but then those things you outright have to deal with, like it's a season for you to have to just go through hell. Ain't no out for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got cooked.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Or like I gotta grow you.
Yeah.
Those are gyms. You got
That's the furnace of the verse.
You can bring it out.
It says, Sirach 2:4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Let me give one more example too, so you understand. You're at work, bad bride come to you, she married. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. You know? And you like, yo, you married? You know what I'm saying? But she just pressed. You like, man, hell, you know what I'm saying? You like, well, shit, you know. And then more come to the end of the aisle. Yo, hey, yo, such and such, whatever your name is, right? You wanna, that's the Lord right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
He like, whoa, and then he do it like this. Well, I'm finna be down here, so if you wanna, you know what I'm saying? He be like, all right. What was you saying? He out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus the righteous man, he already see this, like this shit off, and then that comes like, oh yeah. And he be like, yo, basically I'm giving you the option, I'll be down here. But if you know what I'm saying? He be like, yeah. All right, here I come. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Don't talk that bitch no more, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Because weeks later it turned into, you know, lust conceiving, and there goes sin come forth, and then sin bring forth death.
You find out, and then you said now you're in the crib or something.
You at a crib.
Yeah, the crib. Her husband come home, and now you dead in the bed next to her dead ass.
Or
yeah,
I got to drop on you. He shoot at your shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the movie.
Now you can't come to camp because the nigga looking for you.
Man,
I'm telling you, shit like that
yeah,
go
it's
on.
crazy. Yeah,
You
it's
never
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like I say, in the movie How to Be a Player, that's exactly. Bernie Mac was the husband and shit. He came in, you know what I'm saying? Dude ass done dropped the fucking, you know what I'm saying, the rubber on the ground and shit. Now chasing this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He holding in this woman crib and shit. Married.
This is Proverbs 1 and 2. Saying, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. For these little ones out there, right? If they say, come and let us wait for blood, right? Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up as the grave, right? Let's go play point them out, knock them out or some shit. You know? Let's go play in the graveyard, whatever that shit is they call that shit.
Yeah,
it
right,
says,
goes to the graveyard.
and
yeah.
hold as those that go down into the pit. But wherever they telling you, know it's some shit that's gonna end up in y'all getting in trouble, or y'all gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna die.
Yeah.
You know? And then, you know, that's not a situation where the Lord is chastising you. You know what I'm saying? And you in the season, right? Clearly, this is a temptation coming to try to, you know, get your ass to do something off. But guess what? That's an example to where you can understand that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, if this is an example of that, that means in these situations where a shorty will find themselves in, their little friends want to ride down the street and go do mischief on their bikes. My out gonna come for you too. You know?
Yep.
You might get hungry, stomach growl. You like, Mama said, Daddy said, Grandma said, whoever the hell said, when you get hungry, come on. Don't be out there, you know, Jake used to say that shit growing up. That's your out, bro. Because
See?
their situation is different because they younger. You got it.
So if somebody texts you, that, or somebody that's known for always trying to give you sense, text you at that time, and just about anything, but you know that person always to give you sense and try to give you knowledge or whatever, and you see a text from them, that's your out, because you know, because that will bring them to mind, and you know damn well that they will tell you to do the opposite of what you're about to do.
You get 2 texts. That's for like older shorties. And then obviously we're in the newer generation now. Kids, we talking about kids these days, they all got phones. I'm thinking back when I was a shorty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But any damn way.
Yeah.
So those of you that's young enough but can't really relate, those that's a little bit older that can relate. Another instance will come to like use that example for elaborate on that example. Friends, you like, I don't know, got friends that motherfucker can drive and shit, but y'all still, you know, young, right? You get one text that they finna do some crazy shit, and then you get another text at the same time. That's your out.
Yeah.
You get before you get that text though, crazy shit. You like, yo, this crazy. I don't even feel like going out either. But you know, I was thinking about going out.
Right.
Let's say you wanted to go out.
Yep.
You get that text. It's crazy. You know, put it down. Spirit of habit to where the next something completely opposite to come to your phone at the same time. You know, that's the fucking out. You gotta have that discernment.
Yeah.
So that's what that's talking about. Those are not situations where you know being chastised. Those are jams. You know. And that's how a lot of Jake end up in issues because they don't recognize this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You still young in the spirit. You know.
Okay. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
So that's dealing with shit you have to outright deal with. Right? You gotta.
Yep, and that's what you're gonna have to deal with coming into this. You know, so take heed how you hear. You know, if you're an Israelite or find you're an Israelite, you gotta go through furnace of affliction. Whether you're male or female, you gotta go through a furnace of affliction. You gotta go through your trials and your tribulations, and it won't be comfortable. You know, if you're told you're an Israelite, but you can try to flourish and build businesses and plan for the future, you're in a whole different spirit than what you should be in. You're on the realm of prosperity doctrine. Just because you found out you're Israelite don't mean that you're alive still. So yeah, you take heed how you hear. And I wanted to bring this verse out there. You can grab Psalms 139 and 7. On what we was talking about earlier, as far as the Lord being everywhere. Working on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. Got it? Yeah, 7.
This is Psalms 139 and verse 7. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?
Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Nowhere on earth. Nowhere on earth, under the earth, or in heaven. There, you know, where shall I go from thy presence? Nowhere on earth, under the earth. You can't hide under the sea, in the mountains. You can't go nowhere outside of the Lord's presence. He gonna see you everywhere. You can't go to and be some fake Satanist or whatever. Lord's he's working in there, like the examples brought out earlier.
Like, we was finna make that move, and then I got that text.
No.
So whither shall I go from thy spirit? Nowhere. Understanding that, take heed how you hear. And that's a part of taking heed how you hear. Understanding who Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua really is. Understanding what his name really stands for. Demon-like power. Omnipresent. Almighty. Yeah, you can't go nowhere. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. So Lord willing, everybody been edified. We'll be back at it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father. It's the East, right? Yep. Praise the East, go hold live.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Waharakak.
All right, so next time we say Shalom.
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 Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.